Hello everyone, my name is Yann Martin and today I'm happy to present you how the Metaverse could change your PowerPoint presentation. So, what is the Metaverse? It doesn't exist yet, but I will define it as a unified social platform powered by the internet and AI. The only limits are your imagination and the current technology. How we will be accessing the Metaverse? Our best guess at the moment is virtual and augmented reality headsets. So in 2016, we had bulky headsets that needed beefy computer, and now we can have with devices like the Meta Quest 3, a standalone device. You don't have any wire, it's very small, it's very easy, but maybe in the future we could get something very small, because right now, yes, we don't have to have this big thing on your face if the screen works. The big screen beyond is a device that is very small and very comfortable. Everything is going to be cheaper and cheaper and better. As such, the displays are in 2016, they were very pixelated and they were okay, but only for simulation training. But now, because we have such clear displays, we enter what Apple calls the era of spatial computing. Because yes, the first thing we want to do when buying a $3,500 dollars headset is obviously looking at spreadsheets and doing a PowerPoint. I mean, honestly, it's a very good idea. I reckon it will be the future. Please, okay, the remote. Yeah, no. Look at the video. Okay, I will play the video. With spatial computing, we can have any screen we want inside virtual reality. We could be in the real world or anywhere. And honestly, it's amazing because you're no longer limited by what you have. A desk can be very distracting, there can be many things to do, but now you're not only looking through a small frame on a computer, you're seeing the whole picture thanks to VR. And this means that you can be more focused on your work and it will get done faster. Second, the Metaverse. It isn't what you saw from this photo from Mark Zuckerberg. At least they upgraded something a bit, but the Metaverse of Meta, it's very bad and it is completely getting crushed by the social platform VRChat, which is a much better approach to the Metaverse. It's the closest thing we have to it. This Saturday, this social platform peaked at 80,000 users, so it's fairly active and the community is big. But why even use the Metaverse for PowerPoint, you may ask. And one of the things is training. Because inside the Metaverse, we can record everything. Here, I have many sensors on my body, and this sensor allows any app to respond to what I do. So here, we see an app that will show you where you are looking, so you will get a score on how well you did your presentation, if you used filler gap, if you were clear, everything. And this is possible today. And I'm excited to show you this demo I've been working on. I took a bunch of pictures of this classroom and I gave them to an algorithm which gave me a 3D scene. This isn't a normal video, this is 3D volumetric data. And I can move in this classroom. This is fake. It's all CGI. Here we see my vision in the headset. I can be in the room, but in a virtual environment. And this allows me, for example, to train like I am doing here. Because it's VR, I can do anything. I can take object, I can show you what I'm doing, I could change the screen, I can do everything. But why even limit ourselves to this classroom? We can do better. We can remove the background, and thus we can be anywhere. It's all fake, we can do whatever we want. Depending on your presentation, you will choose or scan an area that is relevant to your presentation. Here we have a 3D scan of an industrial room with robots, and it will be much more enticing to listener than to be simply in a room, in a blank room. This is all running on a web browser, on a fairly decent gaming PC, but it can also work on a smartphone. So, after training, there is also a better sense of presence. You might remember Zoom video conferencing during the quarantine. And honestly, it was bad. We were seeing the teacher through a small window, but inside the metaverse, we can do much more. You may have seen this podcast from Lex Fridman, who interviewed Mark Zuckerberg, and this is all done inside the metaverse with truly a great 3D scan of their face. And thanks to infrared cameras on the headset, we can reconstruct the face of the user and apply every emotion, every movement of his face. And this is very convincing. This is true to life emotion. We live in a world where this is possible. And it will only get better. And because all of this is fake, it's all informatics, binaries, digits, we can do more. But we could record this presentation inside the metaverse and adapt it to every user. Because here, I'm looking to Morin, I'm looking to Axel, but the one in the metaverse might not be looked at. But because it's 3D, because it's informatic, we can just fake the data and look at you. Not this much, but you understand. Studies have shown that if there is eye contact, students will learn better and have better grades, as well as having a better sense of I don't know. So, finally, the metaverse will allow you to reach a wider audience. This audience could be on a computer, on XR devices like virtual reality headsets, it could be anything. And this audience, why will it be wider? Because we can attend anywhere, any event, any time. We could save our presentation, we could replay them for courses online, we could sell them, but I wish they will be free. And also, there is the end of the language barrier, because thanks to the Metaverse AI, we could take my voice, which is in French, record it, put it into an AI and output something else. So here is a demo of me speaking.
Malgré le fait qu'on entend encore une voix qui est assez robotique avec des artefacts, c'est quand même très impressionnant et j'ai hâte de voir ce que ça va donner dans le futur. Despite the fact that we still hear a voice that is quite robotic with artifacts, it's still very impressive and I'm looking forward to seeing what it will look like in the future. A pesar de que todavía se escucha una voz bastante robótica con artefactos, muy impresionante y estoy emocionado de ver qué va a pasar en el futuro.
To me, this is very impressive. The English one wasn't as good. There were some bad translation, but honestly, it's fairly good. And the Spanish one is miles ahead what I could say in Spanish. I'm completely impressed. So, to conclude, thanks to the metaverse, you won't have barrier. You will have a wider audience with no limit time zone. We could all be in the metaverse united. Because what's the point of even making PowerPoint? It is to share emotion, knowledge, information. And this is all possible united inside the metaverse. I haven't talked about the metaverse rabbit hole. It is very big, very deep. I won't be talking this time, maybe another time. I hope you enjoyed. There is much more to it. Thank you. If you have any question, I would love to answer them, so please do so.
What function do you use to translate your voice?
It's 11 Labs AI, and it is fairly impressive to me.
Still, as far as I heard, it can mimic your voice.
Yeah, it can mimic voice too, emotion. It's not just Google Translate. It's much more than that. The Spanish one, I can hear myself talking, even though I can't do that in Spanish.
Tu lui as fourni que cet extrait audio ou tu lui as donné d'autres?
Just this audio file, nothing else. Nothing. And it is not real time, but it took around maybe a minute or two, and I'm a free user, not a paid one.
Okay, so it means that if you're a paying subscriber, it may go faster.
It's very possible, and in the future, I'm assuming it will be real time.
I'm pretty certain that in something like 5 or 10 years, everything will be perfect and that my job will start.
It's very scary.
I think
It's
my
honestly
job is in
scary.
danger. I think that one day I will be totally useless.
It is part of one of my slides. AI is gonna replace us all. It's here. It's a possibility. We will see.
Do that. Thank you. Very impressive.